Hello everyone, it is the last Beluga. So, been a little while since we last played. However, back into the Caveman to Cosmos spirit. Certainly with the new update, I've been very interested in seeing how everything's going to be working out here. But to refresh everybody's minds, since it's been a little while since we last played, we held Washington, D.C., which was the old, I guess it was the old capital, from the Apache tribe. They decided to declare war on us again. We were able to hold out using basically a mass cohort's worth of Divigi tanks, several musketmen, and some cannons, basically, and cuirassiers. So we were able to hold out against them. We burned down one of their cities that was over here. They have people on the borders, but I'm not overly worried. But the plan now, and I was thinking about this at least a little bit, it's certainly with the new update as well, which I'll get into, is to try and, as always, to tech up. And, you know, I was doing a little bit of research through this, and certainly right now we are at a great point with regards to historically how fast we're going. Historically how fast we're going, we're a little behind because rifling in 2033. However, we're ahead of everybody else significantly. We only have 5 cities, and we're able to pump out an absurd amount of production just with those 5 cities, which is keeping us ahead, at least ahead of the Apaches for now. But one of the plans that I was thinking of at least doing is going to be to try and get the Apaches away from us in the future. And the way to do this is going to be doing kind of, if anybody plays Paradox games or anything like that, it's going to be through a diplomacy idea. So they're annoyed with us. So one of the things which I would like to do, rite of passage. Nope, we can't even get a rite of passage. We just don't like you enough. So we have a ton of money, as you can see here. So one of the plans is, if I were to give him, say, 100 gold, as a gift, they're still annoyed. But we'll see what happens over the turns. And if we give them a little bit of money, basically bribing them, I'm going to try and get them to a point where we can maybe forge an alliance. That's going to be the end goal with this. With them not being a factor anymore, we'll be able to just tech up without worry of constant harassment by these guys every 20 turns or whatever until they decide to declare war again. Now, within our own cities, just going over for everybody again, within our own cities, we're doing pretty well. Everything is certainly there. All the animals are on the borders, and there's a barbarian settlement that looks to be over here, which we may just let grow a little bit before I decide to send in the troops. So, I mean, some of these guys are over here. They could be upgraded, it looks like, into galleons, which you might as well. And let's be upgraded to galleon. These guys to musketmen. However, when we get the rifles, I will most likely be obviously upgrading them to riflemen. Everybody's basically going up to riflemen. And guard to a city guard. Just to upgrade everybody. We have tons of money. We're making more money per turn than the Apaches actually have in their overall currency, to give an idea. So there are many ways to play this game, obviously, as I'm just going to end my turn here, and we'll get going. But there are many ways to play this game, and one of them that I think is most... Huh. That's interesting. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought there watching ships go back. Oh dear. Are they showing enemy moves? I believe they are. So this is going to be a little bit slower. I didn't obviously check that setting, so I'm going to have to quickly edit that because we're watching their ships go around. It's taking forever. But the Apaches are losing here, it looks like. Lost 44, and the Turkish Republic has gained 67. What's going on here? Making a Star Fort, building stuff, Star Fort, building stuff, Black Mountain. Yeah, we're watching. Actually, it's kind of interesting to watch. This is what happens when you watch them build things. We have enough spies within there that we could actually see everything which they're building everywhere and most of their unit production, which is nice. Just because we had them as our main person which we were following, we killed a great white shark, which is nice. Oh, sweet Jesus. I need to turn that off. So looks like there's actually 2. Your forces are under attack. Forces are under attack. A narwhal. Seriously? Yeah, alright. I'm good with you. They're pleased with us. We'll get a... Oh, we're going to need to examine the city here. So what do we got? Only tradable units. So many things which we can't build. Where is our modern embalmer? Where are you? Good sir. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Clearly there. Ah, there you are. Showing the constructible buildings, which is none. With that in mind, I may be inclined to actually wait after this turn. We're just going to go check something in options. Why is there quick combat, quick moves? Indeed. Wait at end of turn. Well, this is very unprofessional of me here. However, city governed. So that's interesting. That was pretty nice. Workers start automated workers leave in prisons. Wait at end of turn, sit tips. So we don't need both of those. Show moose. There we go. Alrighty, good news. Fix that one. So our troops over here, we're going to leave these guys to defend. I'm actually going to send these guys off to go do a little bit of scouting. Head over here. Let's see what's up. You guys are going to be upgraded. Bloop. Since the unit has lost a prerequisite combat costume, Muscman has lost a Barbarian Hunter promotion and can now select a new promotion. So these guys obviously were a Barbarian Hunter, but they are no longer Hunters. It's kind of neat. So the way that troops work now is a little different than before. Let's keep everything in nice, tidy groups. Now there are different stats which each of them has. For basically, well, I mean, like these guys are pretty heavily upgraded. However, like all of them now have different modifiers to the amount of, like the size of them, for instance. So tanks would be able to kind of do more overall damage because of their size, and the quantity of them makes a difference now. So there's different stats that are in there. I'm not overly sure yet how they are all going to play in, but certainly Hydromancer and the rest of the great people working over there have done a great job in updating this game. It's quite impressive how they actually did it. Right here, it's like Blitz, copper plating. Yeah, so it's like certain stats here that I at least don't remember some of them. Mobility, led by noble. Yeah, poisoned arrows, combat. I don't remember upgrading all these, like the grape shot. I'm not sure about upgrading all those. I may need to go back and double check that I'm not just sitting around talking here about nonsense. However, just look here. Yeah, that's why I'm looking at stuff. But we do have oil. Just outside the borders, isn't she? Just looking around, because that was giving me problems earlier today as well when doing some tests about this. However, oil, very important, very nice. Let's get it going then. So rifling will be done in 2 turns. Now with that in mind, I'm not sure what path... My elephant worker was destroyed by an assassin. Are you serious? An assassin? Crop rotation for gold. Attila is really the least of my concerns. Yes, build a Baker's Guild in Ottawa. God damn it, assassins. Hey, can you stop sending shit to me, Apaches? They're still annoyed. Declare war on Sweden. Give them a little bit more money. Still annoyed with me, are you? He's an aggressive nomad. May not work then, I just decided to give him a shit ton of money. However, stuff happens. Really tanneries in DC. We may then be inclined to start shipping things over. Or we may do a tactical withdrawal. Not sure yet. We're going to have to see how this goes. With, however, rifling, my apologies. With, however, rifling, we're going to be way ahead, which is nice. That's what I've been waiting for. Sloop. Alrighty. Now, let's look at the bigger picture, shall we? Certainly doing well here in our wonderful world of technology. And for those of you that do like to watch the slow progression of how you get into all of this, yeah, technology is kind of awesome. So colonialism's kind of neat. We'll be able to get colonists, and they actually start with a bunch of stuff in their cities automatically, which is kind of why I've been delaying doing this, because this game, unlike in Civilization, like a settler, it will literally just build a city. However, you know, that's not always the case for everything else. For ones later on, they don't. So we're actually quite far ahead when it comes to the idea of, like, riflery is a little bit farther down the line somewhere. However, I'm going to move on to getting, let's say, team sports they're saying is pretty good, because it will lead to military science. Mine warfare will lead to trench warfare. Could lead to corporations. See, that's actually kind of like the last thing that I need. I'm going to actually go enlightenment. So now we could get riflemen. All these guys are going to need upgrading now. This is going to be a very expensive upgrade. We'll get barricades. This is going to be quite the expensive upgrading day. However, we're now way ahead. So these guys, these musketmen, are no longer going to be musketmen, so they are going to be having new things. They could be snipers, can attack multiple times per turn. See, that's awesome. Oh, I definitely want that. And we'll put them onto, so it could be sneak. That's so sweet. Do that. These guys upgraded. So yeah, I just finished upgrading everybody, and then I have to upgrade them again. But the cost is less, so it's still effective. Slightly. People would argue, but I still say it's effective. So our minor defense force, yeah, it's like an actual Canada. Very small defense force. However, the Apaches are still at war. It looks like they're still probably annoyed with me. Cloris, you traded with our worst enemies, you raised one of our cities, you refused to help us during wartime. The worst enemies of Suleiman and Attila. They actually don't hate us the most, which is nice. We do have trade routes with them, though, which is good. Washington will grow. Modern warehouses. Bureau of Farm Management. This is the type of stuff which I like to build in these games. It's random buildings. Crusade against the Hunnic. Yeah, okay. Alright. Now, you're going to me probably, and you're going to go like, Shane, why would you do that? And the answer... The answer to this is because we want the Apaches to trust us. Now, right now, the Apaches are going to be quite happy that we honored their call to war. And that is exactly the plan, was to honor their call of war. Now, these guys are all the way over here. And they are, wow, they're a little ways away from us. However, we're going to be playing a little bit of a game right now. It's called waiting and not doing anything. We're going to be at war with them, but we're not actually going to be at war with them. It's going to take turns upon turns upon turns for them to even get near us. But the Apaches now are probably, they're annoyed, but, you know, past events have brought our people together. Past events are of bad nature to us, so that's like the -1. However, our mutual military struggles brings us closer together, so eventually we'll get to the positive with them through helping them. Let's see how this goes. So we're at war with them. I'm not really too concerned. We could probably do a little bit of damage if I wanted to. Elephant worker was served on assassin. See, why? By Geronimo? Why would they go? Oh, because the assassin. Well, you know what? Bureau of Farm Management. Buffalo Hump was completed. We could build some Da Vinci tanks. However, right now I'm actually going to be going to research full on here. Recommended for military. I'm not overly concerned. Get a barracks. So these guys, Buffalo Hump, he's a famous guy. Get him as a war vet and as a adventurer. Sure. Jesus Christ. So they could actually construct achievements. It's pretty neat. Military achievements. Give me an industrial achievement, will you? It will probably consume him, but it's worth it. It's probably what I would use more. It's Colonial Guard. It's active scientists. So we do have guys here and sloops if I really did decide to send people over. However, like I said, for the most part, it's not going to be us who's at war with the Hunnic. Go away, we have nothing to discuss. But these guys are losing to them, which is nice. So what we're going to end up doing is basically screwing around, and we're going to be waiting for them to actually strike us. Or we are going to be waiting for them to decide. Well, basically, we're going to be playing both sides of this war. That's the best way to put it. Is we're going to be playing both sides. Just might as well start getting more crap in Vancouver. We're going to be playing both sides of the war right now. And the idea behind that is that we will, as I click buildings here, is that we're going to gain trust with the Apache, and the Hunnic I don't care too much about. They're the least of our concerns. We're so technologically advanced compared to them. I know that I'm putting things in front of other ones first. I'm aware of this. However, it really doesn't matter what order they're all done in. They just need to be done. But we're almost done Enlightenment, and I do want to get that before. So normally you could use gold to speed up the research of things. Could hurry a palace for population overflow. I don't really want to do that. Oh, Grand Marine Festival. Nope, not palace. Don't want a palace. We do want observatory. Anything else here? No. Good. End our turn. Move forward. Forward for glory. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Aha. Where were they destroyed? Last night I lost the world and gained the universe. Oh! Hi. Alright, if you really want to do that, which I don't know why you would, but sure. Let's get some boats then. This is a clipper merchant, which we don't want. Why can I not build? Wooden ships transport. Wooden ships combatant. Human wields 2H2 short polearm wields distance cannonball. We could get a sloop of war. Barbary Corsair, those look pretty cool. Well, let's get some stuff then, shall we? You think that your sloops are going to be able to stop me. You are certainly mistaken. So that's actually... See, now, first of all, we're going to get a Warlord Corporal. Second, we're going to get, because now we're actually at war with people, and second of all, we are going to get some actual ships. So galleons are probably pretty... or frigates are probably pretty strong. Sloops of war, probably pretty decent too. So we'll get some of those. We're basically going to have a set force. Frigate. We're going to have a set force of troops, so basically their job is going to be to go around and slaughter people. That's basically it. So these galleons, they're going to be fine. We gotta get a bunch of tame buffalo. Get me... Now here, I'm slightly more worried about... get a hot air balloon. Ground species, wheels, distance, 82 bomb speed, slow, mobility, piloting, air renaissance. It's awesome. Big game hunters. Clockwork golems. Jesus Christ, that looks awesome. Let's get one of those. This is a historic era for our people as our national heroes accomplish a great industrial achievement. The achievement has boomed to an unprecedented level. Awesome. Wow, that finished a lot in Vancouver. Oh no, the Grand Marine Festival was before. So they see. Whoa. Alright, so we're going to probably lose a couple more sloops, but that's okay. Spy operating in DC has been thwarted by Canadian counterintelligence agents. We have killed a Hunnic sloop. Enemies were spotted near Toronto. They're just ships. I don't know where this Clockwork Golem is, but it probably is pretty cool. We're just going to keep an eye on research for now. Here in Vancouver, they finished the Grand Marine Festival. Sure. What a wonderful picture. So here, we already have most of our ships out and running. So we need... Drill is probably good. So yeah, with these frigates, we could take on sloops. Sloops are transport ships. Oh, they're actually transport ships that were before our era, even. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to win here. Good. Heal up. Stay there. You are going to come out here. You guys... Actually, heal while moving is probably a good one, too. These are all galleons. Exactly. That's what we want. So with these troops here, we'll leave them here to heal. And this is going to be our way that we're going to be stopping them. So yeah, we have this clockwork golem that's kind of sitting here. It's kind of neat. It's that steampunkish sort of era. Keep him here. But I think that this is a good time to stop. Now that we are at war with Attila, everything is going at least slightly according to plan. The Apaches are losing, which is what we want. We want the Apache to lose. We want the Hunnic tribes to eventually peace out with us because they're going to be at war with two people at the same time. You traded with our worst enemies. You raised one of our... They're not really liking this. You refuse to help us during wartime. No, I'm helping you during wartime. I'm helping you. Worst enemy of Suleiman. Attila's worst enemy. So yeah, no, we're not actually even hated by them. We're just kind of sitting around. Whoa, a little bit of lag there. Sometimes it does that with this guy. Gets really into there, and like the industrial and the Renaissance era, it gets a little intensive. Slow motion. Something's been going on there. But, as I was saying anyways, good time to stop. See if I can fix the little bit of lag problems that we were facing there at the end. But thank you all for watching, everyone. It has been The Last Beluga. Out.